everyone! So today's video is going to be my empties video. I have accumulated quite a bit, so when I talk about these things, I'm kind of going over what I liked, what I disliked, if I would repurchase, things like that, because there is quite a bit, and some of them actually are empties of empties, meaning that I have repurchased and emptied another one, so I'll show you those as well. I have quite a few to go through, so I really wanted to go in depth with you about some products that I've been loving and loving not so much. And if you want to see these empties, just keep on watching. The first couple empties that I do have are some mascaras that I've been loving, and this one has been with me since the very get-go. I believe it's been about a year. And that's awful because you're supposed to replace these like every 3 months, and I have not been doing that. So yeah. Anyways, it finally just kind of dried out and died on me. This is the Voluminous Butterfly Intenza mascara, and this one is from, it's L'Oreal. It's a L'Oreal product, and this one is in Blackest Black, $3.80. I liked it. I like the brush on this more than anything. The formula I can kind of give and take because it does, you know, flake off, and I feel like I'm wiping away black stuff on my face all day long. But this one is really good brush-wise. The brush is really kind of tapered in and comes to a point, so it's really nice for the inner and outer corners. So I would repurchase this just for the pure fact that the brush is something that I absolutely love. This one for, you know, drugstore price is quite good. I would just look for a waterproof version. The next two are little sample sizes that I've gotten from ordering off of Sephora and through Ulta and things like that. This one is the Dior Show mascara, and you would probably have seen this in a lot of my tutorials early on if you've been around for a while. This one is very good, but the brush is huge on this. And I couldn't get all the inner and outer corners that I really wanted to because the brush is absolutely enormous for a sample size, and it's just too big and too fluffy for me. I really like those plastic ones right now just because I can really get in the inner and the outer corners. So this one I probably would not go and repurchase by itself. Plus it's like super duper expensive, and I don't live that kind of life because I'm not crazy about mascaras to begin with. I mean, I'll use it if I get it as a free sample, or with birthdays that have passed, a lot of the free gifts and things that they give you are mascaras, so that's where I get most of mine. I don't really purchase mascara because I have so many unopened ones that are free samples and things like that, but I would definitely not go out and go crazy and go buy this. I would rather spend my money on color, meaning blushes, highlighters, eyeshadows, things like that. I just don't go crazy for mascaras, and I would not repurchase this one because the brush is just way too big. Okay, so just because I would not go out and purchase specifically the Dior Show mascara does not mean that I would not, if I had the money to do it, I would probably get this one. This is what I'm wearing today. It's Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. You've seen this from the origination of my channel. I have also gotten another one, which is a full-size one because I wanted to try this one first to see if I liked it, and I have been loving the full-size one. I really like the brush. I'll show you. The brush is fantastic, and it looks exactly like that on the full size. I am a big fan of this one. I feel like it does flake at the end of the day though, so again, because they are coming out with a waterproof version of it, I would definitely be more inclined to buy that one if I were to go out and buy a very high-end mascara. Next, we are going to be talking about some skincare that I have gone through quite a bit actually, skincare wise. I go through wipes like it's no tomorrow. I use a lot of wipes because we're, you know, I'm obviously doing lip swatches and taking off my makeup, putting on my makeup, fixing things, fallout, all of it. So I go through wipes like it's nobody's business. I got these from Walmart, and I really do like these because they have the clip top, so it makes it really easy to use them and not have them dry out on you, because the ones that just tape over drive me crazy. I really am picky when it comes to wipes. I want them to be there when I need them. I don't want them to dry out. So I love these, and I would definitely repurchase the ones from Walmart. They come in a 2-pack of 40 each, and these are pre-moistened towelettes is what it says. Makeup remover cleansing towelettes. compared to Neutrogena makeup remover cleansing towelettes. So they're supposed to be just like the Neutrogena ones. I like these better, and I feel like I get a bigger piece of towelette when I'm using these as well than some of them, because they are smaller and they come in like half the size, like half, and that's all you get. I like these better because they're wider and because I do have a big old face. So moving on with skincare and taking off makeup, I actually have purchased and repurchased and repurchased and repurchased the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse. I did speak about this in my, I believe, February favorites, as well as my skincare routine and what I do to cleanse my face every night. These were definitely present in that routine. I love these. I use them all the time. They've got them in travel sizes. They've got them in professional, like large sizes, which is about 3 of these in one. And it just takes off all my makeup. It's fantastic. I love it. I can't live without it. It's one of those things. I emulsify about a dime size in my hands, and then I go ahead and put it all over my face. My face. Wow. So once I take off my makeup with my makeup wipes, and then I'll go ahead and use this and rinse my face after it's been emulsified on my face for a couple of minutes. With that being said, I use this and I rinse my face off, and all of my makeup, my waterproof mascara, regular mascara, things that dry matte, liquid lipsticks, everything comes off with this stuff. And of course I would repurchase because I have about 6 times over, as you can see. So I would definitely repurchase these. After I rinse that off my face, I do use my blackhead erasing scrub stuff. This is a blackhead eraser scrub. It has salicylic acid and acne medication. It is oil free, which is great for me because I do have oily combination skin. And this is actually, let's see here, this is to clear blackheads, and I do feel like it has cleared up quite a bit of congestion that I do have on my nose, so I do use this, and it lasts me for about a month and a half, and I wash my face twice a day. So I love this stuff, and I would definitely repurchase it. And of course, after I wash my face, I use usually a toner. I have this Proactive toner. I actually really like this stuff, and I'm kind of coming down to the last little bit. That's why it's going to be in this video. This stuff is a revitalizing toner. It is alcohol free, designed to hydrate and smooth the skin. And let's see here. Apply to clean skin with a cotton ball. I usually use a cotton round when I use this stuff, but yeah, I really like this, and I'm coming down to the last little bit of it. I am trying out a couple new toners from the Dermalogica line that are ultra calming, so it helps with the redness. I wouldn't repurchase it just because it is very, very expensive, and I can get the Dermalogica, which is a little bit more calming for my skin because I'm super red to begin with. I probably would not repurchase this one. If you can, or if it does work for you, that's awesome. I just haven't been a huge fan of the cost, so I actually moved towards Dermalogica a little bit more. Next thing on the list, this is an anti-redness calming serum from Exuviance. I got this as a tester, as you can see right here. The full-size one is $72. It is absolutely ridiculous. It has peptides and things like that in it, so it's supposed to be pretty good for your skin. I myself would not repurchase something for $72 because I can get that same thing through Dermalogica a lot cheaper. So yeah, this is definitely something I would not repurchase, even though it did do what it said it was going to do. I have severe redness, and I have since I was a little kid, on this side of my cheek. The only thing that's going to calm that down is a photo facial, which I probably will go ahead and do eventually when I have the money for it, and I will take you guys along with me because it's very different from a regular facial. Anyways, I would not repurchase this. I don't see the point. And lastly, the Proactive Solutions Advanced Blemish Treatment. It looks like this. I did receive this in a kit with the toner. Again, I would not repurchase this because it is extremely expensive, and I feel like this really dries out your skin and leaves you super flaky, so something I would not repurchase. Okay, so these are a couple little random doodads that I have come across or have been given to me as kind of a tester to kind of see if I liked it. And it's, again, in the skincare line. This stuff is, let's see here, sorry. This is Derma Clear Micro Water. It removes makeup and impurities, tones and brightens. I use this, it's Dr. Jart. makeup remover. It's like Dermalogica's Pre-Cleanse. I like that better. I would not repurchase this one. This one's way too liquidy and it did not take off my makeup. My next empty is from Fido. Looks like this. These are hair, skin, and nail pills. This one, I really did like these. I feel like my nails really grew with this. I actually really like this brand for hair care, and they have hair, skin, and nail pills. The only thing that I don't like is that the top will not stay on. I'm not impressed with this top at all, but for the most part, I mean, I used all of them, and there are 60 caplets in here. You take 2 a day. And they've got vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin A, biotin, B6, all sorts of good stuff for you. And they are covered in chocolate-like coating. I mean, they retail for quite a bit. I'm going to put right here, or I should put somewhere here, how much they actually are. The tester one was given to me, so I'm not quite sure what they retail for. I think it's like in the 50s. But you can get the same thing from the drugstore. Hair, skin, and nail pills, or biotin itself, just by itself. But this made my nails grow like crazy. And I would definitely repurchase if they were a reasonable price, but they are extremely expensive, and I can get the same thing over the counter for like $4 from Walmart. So that's your call, but for me, I would just go straight to biotin. Okay, so since we're talking about skin and makeup and stuff, so I'll show you a couple of makeup items and then we'll do some hair stuff. Okay, so makeup wise, we got quite a bit. Let's see here. Okay, so moving on to, I told you this is going to be like the longest video of my life because I had a lot of empties, you guys. Building up. Anyways, okay, so makeup wise, you all know how much I love my Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation. I've used it from the very beginning of my channel and I still love it today. Even though I try a bunch of other foundations, I still go back to my tried and true, my holy grail, and the Lasting Finish. It looks like this. I would definitely repurchase this and have on several occasions. I think I've got 2 more. I've got one that's waiting for me to actually open and one that I'm still in progress of using this one. I would definitely repurchase this in a heartbeat. I love it. This one is in 200 Soft Beige and it's a skin perfecting full coverage foundation. It lasts forever. It does not move, and when you set it, it is going to last you for hours. I absolutely love it and I would definitely repurchase this in a heartbeat. Next foundation that I used up completely, and you guys have seen this also from the beginning of my channel, was the No. 7 Beautifully Matte Foundation. And this is for all day shine free look with soft even finish, and it has sunscreen of SPF 15 and it's hypoallergenic. I used this till it died. I rocked this thing until the wheels fell off. Let me tell you, this stuff is fantastic. I love it. It keeps me matte all day. It's got a pump. I mean, you cannot beat this stuff for the price. I think it's like 14 bucks at Walgreens, and I would definitely repurchase this again. All of the Boots line, the No. 7 line, I would definitely just recommend to anybody because it's fantastic. Along with that, the It Cosmetics Better Than Skin CC Cream with SPF 50. Again, I would recommend this to anybody. They're coming out with another one. It's like a tinted moisturizer on steroids, and it's the same thing as this. They have the exact same packaging, but it's like bye-bye foundation or something. This is awesome. I love it. I love that it has a pump, and I would definitely repurchase this in a heartbeat. I have not gotten my hands on it lately because I've been trying out so many other foundations, but I would definitely recommend and repurchase this. And this one's in the shade, what shade is this? This is in the shade Light. I bought this in a kit with a bunch of other Sephora favorites. I think it was December of 2014. It's a long time ago. 2015? 2014. So it's been a little while. When I bought this, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. It is a very, very thin, and I feel like for the most part, it didn't really do anything magical that I couldn't get from maybe a Master Prime or the NYX primer. I mean, the price really kind of turns me off because their products are so high-end and they are so up there in price. I don't live that kind of life. So, I mean, as a little sample, I liked it, but I probably would not repurchase it. Something that I would repurchase because I've used it over and over and over again, and I have repurchased it over and over and over again, is the Naked Skin in light neutral. Looks like this. You can tell that I've used this to death. It's all scraped up. I have one that I have not used yet. I am in progress of using another one, and this stuff is fantastic. I use it in all of my tutorials. You guys have probably seen me use this in a bunch of my tutorials. So yeah, I would recommend this to anyone. So finishing up the makeup, I bought this a million years ago, and finally it was just, it's done. This is called the Truth. This is a Bare Minerals quad, and it looks like this, and obviously I've loved it to death. It looks like this, and obviously I've hit pan on it. These ones are getting a little bit crusty on the top, and I really have no use for it anymore, obviously, because I've literally loved it to the point where it's like dead. I would not repurchase this just because I don't even think they make these anymore. Because it is a neutral quad, there's so many other options out there nowadays. From the drugstore, I would probably purchase one of those instead of repurchasing this. But it was fun while I had it. So I do have an e.l.f. eyelid primer. I have used a couple of these and I'm not super duper impressed. I personally would actually rather use a concealer, so I don't use eye primer all that often, as you guys know from my tutorials and things like that if you have been around for a while. So I know I would not repurchase any eyelid primer because I use concealer instead. And lastly, the NYX Felt Tip Liner. This is supposed to be very similar to Trooper from Kat Von D. This one dried out on me in about 2 days. I'm not impressed with these. The one that I really like is the Jordana one, so I would recommend that over this any day, and they look exactly the same. And I think Jordana is probably cheaper. So I would not recommend this one, but I would definitely recommend the Jordana one. Moving on to hair, I do have a few things that I've used up and I probably would not use again, and there's some things that I would definitely use again. This is the Wella Color Charm T14. You guys have seen this. Oh my gosh. My very first video was me bleaching out my roots, so I'll link that down below. That video, I used this, and I have used so many other things since then. I probably would not repurchase this because it didn't do too much for me, and I found other products that I like more. Here, so this is the Phyto Paris spray, and what this is a repairing thermal protectant. It came in a little tester size, like with the hair, skin, and nails. I do like this product. I have used it to the very bare bone. As you can see here, there's not much left. And what it's claiming to do is it repairs weakened damaged hair, and it's a leave-in. It's a thermal guard essentially. I like other thermal guards a little bit more, and these are extremely pricey because they are all botanicals. They're like 99% botanicals. They have no alcohol, no fragrance, completely. I mean, they're made in like a French castle. It's crazy. The person that gave it to me was a rep from the actual company, and yeah, I mean, I like the product. It's okay, but I wouldn't spend the amount of money that they're asking for on a full-sized one of these. We have a Living Proof Control Hairspray. It looks like this. I have loved it to death. It is gone, and I would definitely repurchase everything from Living Proof. I love that company. I like that they're organic. I like that they do amazing, amazing things with their products, and that they are all paraben free, sodium chloride free. It's amazing. So this stuff is definitely the way to go. I get this a lot from work, so I get a lot of gratis and things like that. So as soon as I'm done with them, I usually get a brand new one, which I actually happen to stumble into more product from Living Proof. It is amazing, and I would buy it if I didn't get it for free. So I love this stuff, and I would recommend it to anyone. I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. I am very happy to do more of these. If these are the kinds of things you want to see, please let me know. I will go ahead and list those videos that I talked about in the down bar below. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!